people? How's everybody doing? I'm hoping everybody's having a beautiful day. We got a lot to talk about. I'm gonna move this camera back away from me a little bit if y'all don't mind. Give me 1 second. We got a lot to talk about. We don't got a little to talk about. We don't have a couple of things to talk about. We have a lot to talk about. I just want to be clear on this. I'm gonna move this camera back a little if y'all don't mind. Give me 1 second. We have a lot to talk about. I want to be clear on this. First thing I want to say is this. Drake is getting hoisted by his own petard. Let's just be clear on this. Drake is being hoisted by his own petard. Basically, his own shit that he is doing is the reason why Kendrick is gonna... It's a landslide at this point. For everybody that's out there saying that Drake is winning and Kendrick is losing, fam, you're on the wrong side of history, and I'm telling you that right now. I was eating donuts. You're on the wrong side of history, and I want to tell you right now, when DJ Akademiks jumps off of the Drake bandwagon, you should already know. When DJ Akademiks, I don't think there's ever been a bigger Drake stand that I've personally heard of, other than that girl that got Drake tattooed on her forehead. And I'm pretty sure she got paid for that or something. Like, I don't know. They got her drunk, paid for it. I don't know. Could somebody find out what the hell happened to that young lady? I'm curious as to what happened to the young lady that had got Drake tattooed on her forehead. But other than that, DJ Akademiks has been the biggest Drake stan, the biggest Drake whatever. I don't want to say nothing gay about these guys, so I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm gonna read comments in a moment. Everybody drop your comments. I want to know what y'all think about the battle so far. Drop your comments. If you don't want to say nothing about the comments, you can just say good morning or whatever the case is. I'm gonna read comments in a minute. Drop your comments. I just want to say something real quick in the beginning of the video. I want to be clear about something. I don't want there to be any misunderstanding. Drake has been a weirdo for years. The shit that he promotes has been weirdo shit. I never understood how grown men who are supposed to be pillars of your community can cheer up and down when there's a dude that is basically out there talking about he trying to bang everybody's woman. He's trying to sleep with all of y'all sisters, daughters, whoever. He's showing a lack of integrity. And y'all were cheering for him. I never understood that. If you realize, the only time we really talk about Drake over here is when he's battling. We don't talk about Drake over here because I'm not a fan of his mannerisms. Now, I do want to say one thing because Drake thought he was slick. What Drake did was he had some things leaked to Kendrick that was a lie. The reason why he had those leaked 9 times out of 10 is so people would just discount the other things that Kendrick say that might be true. So he's like, I don't got a daughter. Well, what about all that other shit, nigga? So, and we all knew about this, just so we could be clear, because this wasn't a secret. So you banged Lil Wayne's girlfriend when he was locked up? Fam. So when Lil Wayne was knocked up, you banged his girlfriend. That's the dude that put you on, ain't it? Not just that, that's supposed to be a man, so he get locked up and go to jail and you sleeping with his woman? What kind of dirtbag shit is that? I don't care how much money you got. What kind of dirtbag shit is that? And y'all be over there championing this guy. Why do you think the last time we really talked about Drake is when Pusha T was handing them, giving them the business? Why do you think we don't talk about Drake over here? There's a reason. Because I have integrity and I'm not on that type of time, so I don't promote that type of energy. Now I want to be clear about something. I don't want there to be no misunderstanding. I do not know what happened behind the scenes, but I'm telling you right now, something happened behind the scenes because DJ Akademiks never goes away from being a Drake stan. DJ Akademiks stay on, I don't want to say stay on Drake nuts, we're not doing that, but he stay in Drake's corner. For DJ Akademiks to come straight out and be like, nah, man, the shit that Drake did is wrong. Something happened behind the scenes. I'm telling you, this is not just about rap. I'm reading comments. Shout out to Cooks, Squab Cooks. He says Drake finished. Drake. If somebody has a way that Drake could respond, put it in the chat. I want to hear how Drake could be respond. And I'm going to talk about something that a way that Drake did respond while us, not just us brown skin niggas, but us black shouldn't fuck with him no more. I'm going to tell y'all in a minute, but hold on. We're going to take a second to get there. We want to address this other bullshit first. This is just gray hair, by the way. Shout out to Fareed. He says, salute BBN family mods all in the chat. Salute my brother. Hope everything is going well with you. What up, Dayon Davis? Blessings, Frost. Blessings to you, my brother. Hope everything is going well with you. He said Kendrick Dunn committed violent crimes on Drake. I don't think Kendrick should go back to, I don't know if he should go back to Canada. Well, definitely not Toronto. Well, maybe. Because for everybody that don't know, that Chinese food restaurant, them niggas is damn millionaires now. How Kendrick mentioned a Chinese food restaurant in your town, my dude, and quadruple, quintuple, cinquint, I don't even know what the fucking next one is. Their business. How does their business go up 6 times, 8 times, 9 times? Because y'all mentioned them in your town. Fam. How is niggas in your town, pulling up to a restaurant saying Kendrick sent us? Dayon Davis says, as far as the battle go, Drake barked up the wrong tree. I'm 50 years old, born in 73. It's 50-year anniversary of hip-hop. Great time to be alive. Fam, I don't think I've seen anyone get a thorough ass whooping in rap like this. I can't think of the last time. KRS-One? When he was killing them niggas in Queens? I don't know. I need somebody to tell me. When was another time that somebody just was thoroughly whooping a nigga ass all up and down hip-hop? KRS-One, when he was killing MC Shan and them niggas. Can somebody think of another time? Because remember, Nas it was really just one song. Right? I mean, they've been going back and forth with subs and stuff. But when the beef was actually on, Nas really just dropped one rap. And he just got up out of there. And he left fucking Jay-Z to play with himself. Can we hit that like button? Send out some notifications. I want to apologize for being late. I was out last night. I got in late. And I needed some time to recover so I could appropriately address this. Outside instead, I don't believe Drake sent the intel to Kendrick. That's damage control. I don't know how Kendrick got that information, but allegedly the information was incorrect. So I don't know how he got the information. But he got bad intel that he then used. And the artwork got taken down because you're not allowed to put people real prescriptions on artwork on the internet. That's a breach of you doxing niggas and shit. You can't do that, right? So a ton of other things was going on in there, but I do want to add this. So Drake has a Ozempic freaking. He says Ozempic, but isn't Ozempic a shot? So I said that the other day too, didn't I? I said, isn't that a shot? You can take it in a pill? I thought it was a shot. When you take Ozempic, do you got to take a shot and then they also give you pills? Somebody put me on the game. I don't know. Somebody go look it up real quick if nobody knows. What up to the few? He said, salute, salute. He said, yeah, we got to talk about this, fam. He says, Ice Cube dismantled a whole group after he left. But I don't think it was this. I'm going to say No Vaseline is a top 5 diss track, period. We're not even putting anything that Kendrick is putting in as a diss track, because I'm not even adding any of what Kendrick is doing, because I think Kendrick just made an album, and that's why niggas had to wait so long. I think Kendrick made an album. I think that's why niggas had to wait so long. He wanted to finish the album. So I'm not putting nothing of what Kendrick did in the top of hip hop battles, right? So we leave all the Kendrick shit out. I think unquestionably we can say that No Vaseline is the top 5, right? But the other follow-ups that Ice Cube had, it wasn't on the level of No Vaseline. Everything Kendrick is basically dropping is on par with each other. It's at a very high level. You get what I'm saying? If that makes any sense? I'm not asking you to agree with me. I'm asking you if what I'm saying makes any sense. You can keep your own opinion. So let me just address this real quick. And I think that this is there's 2 elephants in the room, right? Which elephant y'all want to address first? The pedo elephant comments or the other one? I'm not even going to say what the other one is until we address it. Y'all want to address the pedo elephant in the room or the other one? Which one do y'all want to address first? Put it in the chat. I want to know which one y'all want to address first. Because there's 2 elephants in the room, not one. There's 2. Sheesh. What up, Trojan? Salute. And I want to say something else. Every single person that talked shit about J. Cole for backing out of this, y'all need to go drop a verse going at Kendrick. Every single last one of y'all that was saying that J. Cole should have dropped out of this shit and he should have kept going at Kendrick. Every last one of y'all need to go drop a verse and get in this shit. I want every last one of y'all to go fuck with Kendrick right now. Every last one of y'all. Y'all wanted J. Cole to play with this nigga. Why don't y'all go play with this nigga? Because to me, a lot of y'all looking like cowards. What you mean by Kendrick's crisis management team? Tell me what you're talking about. Tell me what you're talking about. We'll address that before we address the elephants in the room. Tell me what you're talking about. We'll address that before we address the elephants in the room. Come on, tell me what you're talking about. I know exactly what he's talking about, and I'm about to rip that that whole thing to shreds. By the way, I just want to throw that out there. I know exactly. I'm about to rip it to shreds, so don't take this personal. Come on, bring it. I'm giving him an opportunity to write it in the chat. I know exactly what he's going to say, and I'm about to just absolutely tear it to shreds. On a biblical level, and on an actual level. You know, Kendrick said beating his girl. You know, Kendrick addressed that years ago. He actually did an interview on Hot 97. Go check it out. So he's already addressed that when it happened. So all Drake could do is bring up old things that he's already addressed and people are already past. And you consider this to be something that the rest of us need to also address right now, even though he's addressed it before. It sounds like a distraction. This goes to the same problem that I have. First of all, J. Pierre, go rejoin the green team, fam. This goes to the problem that I have when every single time anything happens with Chris Brown, they bring up the Rihanna situation. So he's already addressed that. It's been addressed a million times. So people are just going to keep bringing up the Rihanna situation. She gave him an STD. They got into an argument. Boom. She gave him an STD that he cannot get rid of. They got into an argument. She hit him. He hit her back. But when people talk about that, they don't want to discuss that part of the conversation involving Chris Brown. That's how I feel when these people keep bringing up this Kendrick Lamar thing now that he's already addressed. So have we addressed the distraction long enough? Can we get back to the actual battle? Is there anything else you want to add, JPL? I'm not coming at you. I'm having a conversation with you. I hope you're not taking it weird. I don't see you as a weak man. So I don't see you as feeling like I'm attacking you. If you are feeling like you're being attacked, let me know. I'm gonna read some more comments. We're gonna get to both of the elephants in the room. Anybody else want to speak about him beating his girl thing, even though he addressed it right after it happened? He did a whole interview on the Breakfast Club, and this is not nothing that he hasn't already spoken on. So now can we get Drake speaking on that pedo shit? And he mentioned it in his song. Shout out to Double D over there, Dayon Davis. Salute. And he mentioned it on the song. So he's already addressed this. Okay, I don't know how to say that. I'm just gonna call you X-Man over there. Says that's not like a verse. John Stockton's most assists were to Karl Malone. He had a child with a minor. So many layers to that line. So many layers. I think that he's basically also saying that what did I tell y'all before that song dropped? Let's go. What did I tell y'all before that song dropped? It's in the video, yesterday's video. I don't know where it's at. It's in yesterday's video. I told y'all, he said a different line. And I said, I told y'all, I think he's trying to say that Drake had a kid with a minor. Didn't I tell y'all that? That's basically what that freaking John Stockton line sound like. Tell me where the lie's at. Didn't I tell y'all that yesterday? Hold on. Hold on. Didn't I tell y'all that yesterday? I said that yesterday, didn't I? I said, yo, he's trying to allude to the fact that whoever that little girl, he might not be saying that the little girl is his. I think he's saying that he got a little girl pregnant. Didn't I say that yesterday? What's that Karl Malone thing you just said, X-Man? I don't know how to say your name, fam, so that's what I'm calling you right now. What's that? Little Thalian? I don't know what that. I don't know what that I don't that is, fam. I'll call you ill. Shout out to Arthur D. Glass Hello. This is Good Morning Frost. BBN can't stay because job gun strict with the phones. Keep up the great content. Appreciate you. Salute. Hope everything's going well with you and yours. You already know. Kendrick's glazes are going nuts. So Kendrick's winning the battle, and you think niggas is glazing him. You don't think niggas is glazing Drake when Drake is basically getting his ass whooped, and y'all busy trying to act like he's not. You don't think that's glazing. You don't think it's glazing when a nigga is on the mat and the ref is like 7, 8, and then y'all busy thinking that nigga winning. You don't think that's glazing. Copy. I don't even know what you... Why would you tell me that Drake beat an assault case? What does that have to do with what we're talking about? I beat an assault. Well, I didn't assault. Well, a different time I beat an assault case. What the fuck does that got to do with what we talking about? You got anything else that has nothing to do with what we talking about? David Cohn had one of the best commercials ever in sports history when they gave him the bionic arm in the back of the limo. Anybody remembers that? It's a 1990s commercial. You want to talk about more things that don't got nothing to do with anything? Matsui, is that his name? Matsukaze. Anything else you want to talk about that don't got shit to do with nothing? I'm just curious. Because if we just talking about stuff that don't got nothing to do with anything, I could think of quite a few more things. So you think both guys are lying on each other because one person said something wrong? Rewind the video. I've already addressed that. Anything else you got to say? I've already addressed that. You late. 1 second. Yeah, no, you're late. All right, you're trying to hijack the conversation with shit that don't make no sense. So we're not paying you no attention, but you can still drop comments. If anybody else wants to respond back to his comment, you have all good, please do. Y'all might say something that's worth me speaking on. He's not, obviously, at the moment. Dayon Davis says it's a good back and forth between Drake. Doesn't have enough ammunition to keep going. He has nothing going on with him. I'm going to say something. Great point. I'm going to tell you what I believe Drake was trying to do, right? What was that Kendrick verse when Kendrick came out? He dropped that verse on that track with all of those people. He mentioned everybody's name. And then people was like, yo, he ain't nothing. I think that's what Drake was trying to do. I think Drake tries to make it looks like he's actually better than he is by going after multiple people. So therefore, if anybody responds back to him, it looks like people are jumping him. When in reality, that nigga ran into the club and started punching everybody in the stomach. And now they punching him in the face. So I think that's the way for Drake to be able to play victim. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I think that's about. That's why I think Drake go out there and do what he do. He'll go talk about 5, 6 different niggas saying weirdo shit so they could respond back to him and he could pretend like everybody is coming at him when in reality he threw his hands. He threw the rock and it hit his hands. That's sucker nigga shit, by the way. We got 64 people in here. Hit that like button so we can send out some more notifications. People just don't know we live right now, fam. What up, Midnight Salute? Happy to see you up in here. Haven't seen you here in a while. Distractions to act like the victim. Fam, you already know I know about that shit because that's what people constantly do to me. They create a situation and then they cry if I respond. And if I don't respond, they say I'm pussy. But if I respond, they cry. I should jump on that BBL Drizzy beat and see if Metro Boy. Let me stop. I'm not gonna get it. I don't care about none of this shit. Let's talk about. Oh, so the other dude is gone after he tried to come in here and derail the conversation, and that didn't work. He was like, "I'm out of here." All right, so I heard a little bit of the beat, a little bit this morning, and then I was too busy looking at something else and laughing about something else at the moment. All right, so not you, JPA. I'm talking about the other dude. JPA, you supposed to be going back to green team unless you fuck with them other niggas. If you do, that's fine. It's not even playing victim. It's not playing victim when you start trouble with other people and then they hit you back and then you cry. Like, you don't think that's playing victim? Fine. Anyway. I want to address one thing, and then I'm going to get to the elephants in the room. I want to address one thing, and then I want to get to the elephants in the room. You know how I know Drake is not a real nigga? And what I mean by that is, the main reason why I can't listen to Drake is because he pretends to be so street and so hood. So there's hood niggas. And then, you know, because you live in the hood, that don't make you a street nigga. You understand what I'm saying? So you got niggas that live in the hood, but they just regular niggas. But they hood niggas from the hood. Then you got the street niggas who's outside in the street doing street nigga shit. The problem I have with Drake is that he's neither. He's not a street nigga. And he ain't from the hood. He's a whole Tekashi 6ix9ine, with all due respect. But at least Tekashi 6ix9ine grew up in the fucking hood. So he's worse than a Tekashi 6ix9ine. And one of the things that he loved to do is he loved to talk about how he putting money into the street. So you helping niggas go put drugs on the corner instead of helping these same niggas figure out a way to feed their families without having to risk their life and risk their fucking freedom. So you up on these niggas, you at the bag, you got a whole jet, a whole plane, and instead of you helping these niggas be able to get money and not risk their freedom, you busy wanting to give these niggas that don't know nothing else to do with money but illegal shit. You just gonna give them money and let them go about their business. That's the type of behavior I don't respect. He ain't never been a street nigga. He ain't from the hood. But he talking about he gonna get niggas clapped. How do you respect that? How do y'all respect that? I was gonna address the pedo shit first, but we're not gonna address that first. We're gonna address how this nigga don't even consider himself to be a black man. So no, your man, Rick Ross, is right. He don't even consider himself to be a black man. Outside in said, responding to that one dude, I'm not reading that guy's comments until he say something worth me reading. Says Drake says he's the best. This is hip hop. You gotta expect people are gonna gun for the top. You can't play victim when you shoot subs all day. Drake is subbing everyone all the time. That's a fact. And then when somebody responds back to him, they picking on him? Hell, nigga. Because somebody explain that to me, because I don't get it. Drake throws subs all day, every day. He has subs in almost all of his damn songs, subbing niggas, talking about people's families and everything else. But then if somebody say something back to Drake, they picking on him? Who glazing who, fam? Somebody in here got both of their hands working. That's the reason why all of these rappers is stepping to the side and letting Kendrick have them. That's why none of these rappers want to get involved in this shit, and they letting Kendrick work. That's why J. Cole backed out. J. Cole ain't scared to rap with none of these niggas, and he capable. I'm 100% sure Kendrick or somebody called the nigga and said, yo, look, we about to finish this fool. We tired of him. And J. Cole was like, nah, I got you, fam. My fault. I apologize. I didn't know what this was. Let's address the first elephant in the room. Your man Drake don't even consider himself to be black. How the hell are you going to make fun of Kendrick for speaking about black power? This nigga made fun of Kendrick for trying to wake up our people and speaking about black power. Trying to speak our people into a better place in history. Trying to wake our people up so we become unified. Drake made fun of that. Explain to me how. Explain to me how that makes any sense. Explain to me how a black person could still fuck with him. They told you he was a white boy. Explain to me how niggas could still fuck with Drake, black niggas. Fam, if I know correctly, if I know, what up, Rookie? If I know correctly, and I might be wrong, but most of the shit I heard Kendrick talking about is Hebrew Israelite shit. Y'all know black people are not the only people that's a part of the tribe of Israel, right? No, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Mexicans, West Indians. Is his wife Caucasian? Because if his wife isn't Caucasian, how in the hell are y'all making fun of him for getting with a woman who's just fair-skinned? So because he's pro-black, he got to go find the darkest-skinned woman he could get a hold of? Because he's pro-black, he can't marry a Puerto Rican, he can't marry a Dominican? They're part of the tribe of Israel. He can't marry one of them women from the Caribbean? Oh, no, see, Drake doesn't understand our heritage like many other people. So he thought that that was a flex, when in reality, he's showing that he doesn't even understand where he came from. Who's glazing who, fam? So somebody find out what his wife is. Because if his wife is Caucasian, which I still don't think you have a point, because God says, whoever comes to him in the name of his son, he's going to accept. Independent of whatever your nationality is. Independent of whatever your ethnicity is. That's what God says. Whoever comes to him in the name of his son, he's going to accept. So what are we talking about here? We talking on black racism? How am I preaching blasphemy before I kick you out of here? Tell me how I'm preaching blasphemy. I'm about to kick you, by the way. But tell me how I'm preaching blasphemy. Let's see if you can save yourself. I know you can't. I just read a Bible verse. That's a verse in the Bible, fam. Bam, out of here. Go glaze that. Could we get bags in the chat? We hitting him with all of his bags. Throwing that nigga dead out of the fucking... We throwing him right out of the house, fam. Hitting him with all of his bags. You see what happened when people don't have a point? They can only disrespect you. That's it. They can only disrespect you when they do not have a point. Now, every point he brought up, I smashed that shit to cinders. He's somewhere crying. So can somebody tell me who his wife is? Anybody know her nationality? Is she Caucasian? And that doesn't matter. But is she Caucasian? I'm curious. That doesn't matter. And for anybody that want to know what passage it is in, a lady goes to Jesus Christ. A lady goes to Jesus Christ. She says that her daughter is sick at home. Can he please heal her? One of the apostles was standing with him. Said, why would you give the food, our food, to the dogs? Christ told him, if she has the faith as small as a mustard seed, that's all that matters. She wasn't of the nation, she wasn't of the tribes of Israel, but he still saved her daughter because she came to him with love and giving over herself to God through Jesus. Don't come in here trying to talk to me about the Bible, fam, and don't know what you're talking about. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. Get out of here. Could we get bags in the chat, by the way? One of her parents is mixed and the other one is black. So what the hell is the problem? Appreciate you, Zoe Love. Salute. So what the hell is the problem? So Drake, a person who comes from a mixed heritage, is trying to say that Kendrick can't be pro-black because the woman he married or has kids with comes from a mixed heritage? Y'all do know what a hypocrite is, right? Y'all do know what a hypocrite is, right? So us, especially as Black Americans, how the hell are y'all effing with this dude? I need an explanation. He's making fun of Kendrick for wanting our black people to do better, while he's out there promoting all types of different satanic elements. This is not what y'all think it is my point. This ain't just a battle rap. This is something else. Freaking DJ Akademiks even had to say that the niggas crazy for talking about always trying to sleep with niggas' baby mamas and stuff like that. Always trying to sleep with people's girlfriends and stuff like that. Even DJ Akademiks had to say that was bananas. Drake could be the first real successful industry player. He's not the first real successful industry player. What do you mean? Probably on his level. You know what? His level in longevity, I'm going to agree. Not really, but I see where you're coming from. I can't argue your point. I can't argue against your point. I just, think that there are other people who are also industry players. What up, Flip? We've been kicking people this morning, so be mindful when people come in here to try to do weirdo shit. I'm not saying Flip is. I'm just saying y'all gotta be mindful. We got 69 people in the room. I'm not talking to Flip. We got 70 people in the room. Can we hit that like button? We could get up to freaking 30 likes, fam. There's only 4 more likes. Can we hit that like button, get up to 30 likes? We got 70 people in the room, fam. So before I start talking about the pedo shit with this guy, I just want to make this clear. This nigga's anti-black power. If you're going to make fun of a nigga for anything, you can't make fun of a rapper who's a black rapper for being pro-black. This nigga Drake is making fun of Kendrick for being pro-black. Fam. You trying to say Kendrick can't love his people? Imagine what he thinks about the peaches and the pastors. Imagine what he thinks about. And remember, this guy had a whole bar mitzvah. Remember, his father, who is black, was not in his life. So therefore, with all due respect, he was with his mom's and her side of the family. So he didn't even grow up in a black atmosphere. How is he even putting out the energy he putting out? Well, he's not putting out black energy to me. Y'all, other people think he is. But I don't even think he's putting out black energy, fam. Shout out to Team Moto Productions. Salute. He says, peace, health. Everyone, salute for us. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. And what up, Flip? My apologies. I wasn't trying to come at you. I apologize. He was like, yo, this nigga froze. Yeah, I wasn't coming at you. I feel that I was really aggressive in the moment when I was saying what's up. And I haven't seen you here either in a long time or at all. So I was feeling away because I've been kicking people this morning. So I do want to apologize. What are they saying? You said that's what they're saying. What are they saying? Fam. I need an explanation. These rappers have been telling y'all for years that this nigga is not, he ain't black. What do you think they're really saying? What up, Tada? I think K-Dot's been winning the whole entire time. Just so we can be clear. I think he's been winning the whole entire time. I think he's been absolutely. I think Drake is gonna have to crash out. He's gonna have to crash out or just admit defeat. I don't think he can respond. Oh yeah, I got like a ton of words blocked, and besides that, YouTube just blocks certain things. So Drake walked in with the KKK hoodie like in a skit, fam. I'm not trying to be an asshole, but I never got Drake as being black. I just, as y'all all know, I don't do the racist shit. I don't do that. But I never looked at Drake and thought a black rapper. I always looked at Drake and just thought a rapper. I don't even look at Drake and think Canadian. You understand? I don't look at Drake and think hip hop. I look at Drake and I think more like Britney Spears. Like he's the Britney Spears of hip hop. Nah, he don't do hip hop. He's the Britney Spears of rap. No, he's a pop guy. That's how I look at Drake. The few said Drake punch in the air right now. He thought he put Kendrick down with that music video. I didn't even see that shit. Was it any good? Dayon Davis says Kendrick Lamar is rapping. It's a good little battle though. Kendrick is just bringing more juice. When you talking about a nigga and it's going back and forth and you're being respectful while you're disrespecting them, it's just a different vibe. It's just a different vibe. Now he's being respectful while he's disrespecting him. It's just a different vibe. With all due respect. And then we know Kendrick to not be a person who's just out here saying any old thing. No, I heard the song. I didn't see the video. I heard parts of the song. Just like with Kendrick, I've heard parts of the song. Believe me, I am not being biased in any regard. Remember the first time the first Kendrick diss dropped, what did I say? I said I got to listen to it a couple of more times, but I thought Drake was up. Then I listened to it a couple of more times, and I said, nah, Drake is, Kendrick was just not playing with him. But I had to listen to it a couple of more times. So no, I'm in no way being biased. And we're going to talk about I haven't even talked about the last Kendrick dish yet. So hold on, let's talk about the pedo accusations. I want to say something real quick. So I think one of the most disgusting things you could do is accuse a nigga of being a pedo when he's not. Generally, the people who do that are people who are actually pedos themselves. I'm just saying what it is. Generally, when you see a person accuse somebody of trying to do some shit like that and they're not, generally those niggas is the ones that those are the shits that they do. I'm just being honest with you. That's just like my personal opinion on that. So I say all that to say this. Ever since I seen Drake on stage kiss that young girl, and then I see some of the pictures that he's taken with that girl from Stranger Things and a couple of other situations, I was uncomfortable. Drake comes off to me as a dude who has absolutely no game. His whole game is that he's Drake. He's not smooth. He don't have no real lines. He can't talk a chick up if he felt like it. There's a lot of niggas out here that's slick. They got nice lines. They could talk chicks up, but they just don't, for whatever their reasons might be. I don't think Drake can. I think that's something that Nicki also alluded to. Not for nothing. But I don't think Drake can. I don't think Drake can really talk a chick up. I think Drake gets chicks because he's Drake. He's not Drake because he gets chicks. If you can understand what I'm saying. So when I seen Drake on stage kissing the girl, she's 17, and then the way he handled it, I was uncomfortable. When I see how he's all hooked up with that Brittany, that Bobby, whatever her name is, Bobby Brown, I don't know the girl's name, from Stranger Things. And, you know, he was hugged up with her. She was like 14, 15 years old. I wasn't comfortable with that. I just wasn't comfortable with that. And then I hear about how he's always trying to have sex with other people's women. That tells me that you, like, your mind, where your mind is at. You know what I'm saying? You're not even trying to sleep with niggas girls because y'all beefing and you trying to get a one up on them. You just want to sleep with another nigga girl just so you can do it. I don't like either way, but one of those ways I respect less than the other. So you, like, I don't really respect the whole I'm beefing with you so I'm gonna bang your girl. I don't respect that. But you know what I really don't respect? I'm just gonna bang your girl so I could bang your girl. I don't got a problem with you. There's no beef. There's no nothing. I just want to just bang your girl because she's your girl. I just don't respect that. I'm sorry. It's one thing to be like, I can bang your girl, but it's another thing to have such low moral backbone that that's your energy that you out there doing. Like, you could tell a nigga that's not used to chicks liking him for him. You understand? Like, you can tell. That's beta male shit. You understand? Like, dick riding. That's beta male shit. You understand? And that's shit that these kids is learning at a young age, and then they're growing up to be dick riders. Just understand, the nigga you riding dick don't really like you. If he a real nigga, he definitely don't like you. You're just a resource. You're more than hit the woman that he's banging. Because he's not even banging you. You're just a resource. Now, if you dick riding a sucker, then that's different energy. That sucker might actually give you some, he might actually bang you. That sucker might actually play them homosexual games with you. Because they're a sucker also. And that's one thing that I could say that my father didn't raise. He raised 0 dick riders. I haven't really raised, but that's not something that we promoted in no way. 0 dick riding, fam. We don't do that. None of my brothers. We don't do that. Not none of my brothers that my father was, you know, my father's kids. We don't do that. I'm not saying anything about any of my other brothers. I'm just saying we don't do that. 0 dick riding. Not one kid that came from that Park Avenue in the Bronx is a dick rider. So I'm saying all that to say this. Be mindful. How this nigga got a dude around him that's involved in that type of shit at all. I'm not talking about somebody that somebody lied on. Anybody could lie on anybody, fam. Niggas say the worst lies in the world on somebody else. Don't worry, God coming back for them. But I promise you, one of the reasons, this is my belief, I could be wrong. But one of the reasons why Akademiks changed up his tune had to do with the accusations about the pedophilia. I promise you. Because all of these dudes, I need for y'all to understand how the game works. All of these dudes is out there sleeping with 19, 20-year-old girls. There's nothing wrong with that. In my mind, and the way that I look at the world is, let's say you 60. And let's say some female wants to have resources. She might be in her 20s. She don't want to struggle. She decides to give you attention. What sense does it make for you to be like, I'm a whole single man. I have resources. This woman needs resources. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go try to date another 60-year-old woman. Or date a 60. That don't make sense. So you got to wherever you at to be able to be in a position for you to be able to make your choice and choose. A lot of these young girls is suffering because the only niggas that they believe they can date is niggas of like age. That's out here killing each other, out here beating their ass, out here banging each other, meaning the dudes, because nowadays, these young boys are all having sex with each other. So we have literally put our women in a situation now where they got to choose between being with some nigga that's getting his back blown out by some other dude or being with some dude that's going to be an anchor around their necks. And they don't even got it together yet. And at the same time, and this is no disrespect to no women. I'm not doing that. A lot of y'all women that might have multiple baby daddies, you know, that's your choice. You decided to date them niggas. I know you think it's all a men's fault, but you decided to date them niggas. So you've been having a bad dating relationship from your 20s, and it probably wasn't even your fault. You heard what I just explained. Now all the way up into your 40s. So now a 40-year-old nigga supposed to think that you learned all the lessons you needed to learn for him to be able to have an easy life with you? Men want to have an easy life, fam. There's no man out there that say, give me the most difficult woman. I'm going to put a ring on her. No man is saying that. And we can look at you and look at the decisions that you made in your life and ascertain if we want to take that on. So a lot of times, men go out there and they're looking for a younger woman. They're looking for somebody who just didn't make as many mistakes as that other woman. You got 5 kids. You're 35 years old. That's hard for a man to take on. I don't care who that dude is. Not just because you have baggage, but because you have a history. It might not work with you. Now I'm about to go date you. I might not have a lot of resources, but I'm going to be giving my resources to you because that's what men do. So now I'm going to go date you for 2 or 3 years, give almost half or more of my resources to you, and I already have proof that relationships don't work with you. With all due respect. So getting back on topic, I don't think that there's anything wrong with these dudes in the industry or anywhere else that's dating younger women. But what I do have a problem with is you hanging around a 15-year-old until she turned 18. You hanging around a 16-year-old until she turned 18. What kind of weirdo shit is that? Because the only way that's acceptable is if you marry her. If you're doing anything else short of marrying her, that's not acceptable. I have an issue with that. That's what they're saying Drake is doing. So we don't know if he's sleeping with them before they turn 18. What kind of shit is that? I need somebody to explain to me. That's not weirdo shit. You hanging around a 15 or 16-year-old girl, waiting for her to turn 18 so you can sleep with her? I consider that pedophile behavior also, just so we can be clear. Anybody disagrees with me, put it in the chat. If you agree with me, put it in the chat also. But if you disagree with me, put it in the chat. I think that's weirdo shit. But I also don't think that these young girls have to go look for, if you're 22 years old, 23 years old, 24 years old, you shouldn't have to date a nigga just because they their same age, but he don't even got no prospects in life. He not even trying to do anything. So you got to now go throw away 6, 7, 8 years of your life trying to get this nigga straight. Hoping that this nigga get his shit together. At least want to do well. I think that that's a big problem in our community. Just so I can address this real quick. I think that's a big problem in our community, and I think that's one of the issues that lead for a lot of our women to have 2 and 3 baby daddies by the time they turn 35. It's not always their fault. What they have to choose from, it's just not fair. That's my opinion. Who thought that that cover was crazy? Where he had the cover of Kendrick Lamar put up the cover of Drake's crib with all of the dots in there signifying pedophile, signifying sex offenders. Who thought that was crazy? I think Drake is trying to figure a way to get out of this at this point. At this point, I think Drake is trying to figure a way to get out of this. Anybody, if y'all want to know why I'm saying that, I want to get to 40 likes. We at 35 right now. Let me get 5 more likes. I'm going to tell you why. I think Drake is trying to figure a way to get out of this. We get the 40 likes. I'll tell you why. I think he's trying to, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I think he's trying to figure a way to get out of this. Be right back. Also, if you're enjoying the show this morning, you can pull up to the Cash App, Super Chat, and or PayPal. Drake said he going on vacation. I don't know about any of that. I think he want to pull up out of it. I'm going to tell you in a minute why. And the fact that you just said vacation, I didn't hear him saying that, but I could believe it. I'll tell you why in a moment. Drake. I think Drake is about to. She's trying to get out of this right now. He don't want to battle this nigga no more. He ain't know what he was in for. He ain't know what he was in for. He trying to get out of this. I promise you. Even if he never says it like out front, like, oh man, I don't want to do this no more. He trying to get out of this, I promise you. We get to 40 likes, I'll tell you. We at 39 right now. We just need one more. Somebody hit that like button. I'll tell you what Kendrick is doing. We at 40. I think they trying to send this nigga to jail. I think they're trying to send him to jail. I think they're trying to put him on that list where Diddy is at. I think they're trying to send him to jail. I think this is way deeper than just rap. He fucked with the wrong person. A while back, I heard that he messed with the wrong person. I'm just going to say that like that. I don't want to go too far into it. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, a while back, I heard he messed with the wrong person. I'm just going to say that. And created a situation. And I thought he was past it. To be honest with you. When I say a while back, I mean like over a year. I thought he was past it. So maybe it just came back up or some shit. I don't know. But yeah, I think this is way deeper than it's not this is not just about rap. This is not just about hip hop at this point. And I think it's obvious. Tada said J. Cole somewhere sucking his thumb, rocking back and forth. Nah, I think J. Cole got out of it because I think they just contacted J. Cole and told J. Cole what was up. That's what I think happened. I think somebody contacted J. Cole, said, "Yo, look, J. Cole, we doing a thing over here. We need you to go mind your business." Like this, with all due respect. And the only way J. Cole was able to get away from that situation was to just say he apologized and pull the shit. Because if he just doesn't respond or he just doesn't say anything, then he leaves it open for K. Dot to keep coming at him. You know what I'm saying? He don't have a choice. Your man Drake, if he's banging dudes' wives and dudes' baby mamas, you think that that's just it? You don't think he's taking it any further than that? You don't. I'm just saying. I'm not gonna accuse him of nothing, but you don't think he's taking it any further than that? You don't think he's taking it any further than that? I had somebody the other day tell me that I'm too nice to people. And literally, and I'm gonna adhere to what they're saying because it makes sense. But they said literally the problem that I have where I live at currently is that I say hi to everybody. So depending on who I'm talking to, because some people are antisocial, they're just gonna take my hi the wrong way. The wild part of that is I say hi to everybody, black people, white people, foreigners, everything. So the fact that only some of the people have been taking it weirdo ass way and other people haven't speaks volumes. So I say all that to say this. That energy that Drake has, where he's constantly trying to bang niggas' women and sleep with niggas' women, and I don't think that that's all it is. There's more to it. And sometimes when people are stalking you, They're trying to make you look like the stalker. Like I have a situation now where there's people that try to beat me to a location that they already know I'm going to, because I go to the same couple of places. If I go to the same places all the time, like to do certain things. So they'll see me come outside and then they'll try to beat me to the location so they could pretend like I'm following them. And then they go tell people I'm following them, when in reality, I go to that same place every single day around the same time every single day. So what you got to pay attention to is this. These niggas will accuse you of doing the thing that they are doing. So once again, Drake is constantly talking about sleeping with niggas' baby mamas and sleeping with people's girlfriends. Do you think that's where he drew the line? Not saying, just saying, I'm not, you know what I'm saying, but I'm not saying anything. I'm just asking. You think that's where he drew the line? Remember, and this is why one of the worst sins that you can do is the sin of lust. So when you're caught up in the sin of lust, there's a couple of things that don't exist to you no more. The boundaries between genders don't exist no more. You understand what I'm saying? Depending on how far down that line you've been or going. I'm actually saying a lot right now. So I don't know what to tell you. What else y'all want to talk about this particular battle? Put it in the chat. What else y'all want to speak about on this battle? Put it in the chat. I think Drake is done, fam. I think he's done. I think Drake has to be. I don't think he can respond back. I think they want him to respond back to certain accusations and say that they're not true. So that type of shit could be like, because remember, they're allowing rap music in the courts right now. So I think they want him to respond back to certain shit and say that shit ain't true or whatever the case is. Because I think that they are trying to collect evidence against him if there is a thing that he should be having evidence collected against him about. That's why when you see somebody accuse me of something, I immediately say that that's a lie. Immediately. There is no evidence to collect about me for anything. I haven't done anything. I have no plans on doing anything. That's why I immediately address it and say it's a lie. Drake told Future about them Gucci flip-flops and how to use them. The Few says, I just want to know how Drake comes back from this one. I don't think that's not the plan. Ack was saying if Drake responds to the Chomo accusations, it's going to make him look guilty. He's kind of right. No, I think Ack doesn't want him to respond back for multiple different reasons. Because, could we just be clear, wasn't Ack accused of that before and then he responded back? So he's literally giving Drake the advice that he contrary to himself. So there might be a different reason why he doesn't think that Drake should respond back. The reason why I think is because Drake told him that that's not something that he want to respond back for. Ack is his mouthpiece. Let's just keep it a stack. Let's just keep it a stack. The problem is he has a mouthpiece that isn't necessarily doesn't have high moral ground to stand on. You understand? Tiffany says Drake needs to be humble. Let's stop with the somebody needs to be humble, all right? Because that's one of the least humble things you could say. All due respect, I'm not coming for you. But let's stop saying that somebody needs to be humble, somebody needs to be humbled. Like, we work with the Most High, right? So if we work with the Most High, we're not talking about how anybody needs to be humbled. That will be contrary to the teachings. It's not up for man to humble another man. You understand? So let's just not even get to that energy. He either needs to be held accountable for his actions or not. That's it. People can feel good about themselves. You have a right to feel good about yourself. He needs to be held accountable for his actions or not. If you believe he needs to be held accountable for his actions, fine. If you believe he doesn't need to be held accountable for his actions, fine on that also. But we're not going to stand in here and say things like people need to be humble, because that's not coming from a position of righteousness. And I do think that Drake needs to leave a lot of people alone, not just Kendrick. I think that Drake is constantly throwing shots at people. I think he does feel like he's untouchable, you know? So I'm guessing that's what you are alluding to. I just would prefer if we use different verbiage, because a lot of times a person says that somebody needs to be humbled, then they go do Satan's work to try to humble a person. You understand? So I don't want to have that perspective, because I don't want people to feel like it's okay to do Satan's work ever. You understand? It's never okay to do Satan's work. Never. And everybody that's out here doing Satan's work, you will be held accountable sooner or later. And you're not going to be able to say, yeah, but that person needed to be humbled. Who is any of us to humble another person? But I'm not trying to come for you, Tiffany. I apologize if you feel any way about I appreciate your comment, by the way. Tada says, I'm not battling a dude who calling me a chomo all day. I'm sitting in the hitters. The problem with Drake being called the chomo is he is actually out there continuously looking like that's a possibility. Let's just keep it a stack. He was on stage kissing a 15-year-old. He's constantly hanging around on stage kissing a 17-year-old. He's constantly hanging around these young teenage girls until they become of age. I don't even feel comfortable when I go to the park and there's young girls out there and I'm helping the young dudes out there. I don't feel comfortable when I go to the park and the young girls is not out and the young girls is out there and they don't have like a guardian. I don't feel comfortable working with them. There's a reason for that, because some weird shit happened, but I don't feel comfortable working with them. I work with the young boys and help them with their game and everything, help them like form shooting and stuff like that, but I don't feel comfortable helping the young girls. Because a lot of these young girls, they don't have actual father figures, or they don't have people in like male role models in their life. You understand what I'm saying? So you might just be going to give them genuine assistance, and they might just be taking that shit completely the wrong way. So I don't feel comfortable. You understand? Because I've only had one weirdo situation ever happen in my life, where some young girl tried to like pretend some weirdo shit. That only happened once. I've helped hundreds of kids, both boys and girls. I've helped hundreds of females and guys damn near my age. Like, you know, my age when I was younger, obviously, when I was at the park more, because I always give assistance when I can. I've only had some weirdo shit happen to me once, but I can't tell you how many times that I'll be out there with a girl, whether she's a young girl or whether she's, you know, same age as me or whatever, and they're doing shit that's like flirtatious, and it's like I don't feel comfortable. You understand what I'm saying? Like I don't feel comfortable. Like, I'm an attractive guy. I'm athletic. I'm pretty good at playing basketball. You know, so you know I don't feel comfortable. You know, understand what I'm saying? Don't try to push your emotions off on me. You understand what I'm saying? So, and people do that often. Like a nigga will dick ride you and then act like you dick riding him. You understand what I'm saying? So, you understand? So, I don't feel comfortable. There was a girl doing an interview saying Drake met her in high school and he followed her on IG and her friends on IG. Remember, and this is what I think that thing that Kendrick put up with, the more I think about it. Remember, Drake allegedly has Diddy parties where underage girls are invited in Toronto. He allegedly has Diddy parties where they are inviting 16 and 17-year-old girls, quite possibly allegedly even younger than that. And these girls are invited and they're supposed to be allegedly Diddy parties. So now the next time you look at that Kendrick Lamar poster or for his platform, take that into consideration. What is he really saying? Tiffany says, don't get it twisted. I'm not a Drake fan. I'm more of a Kendrick. You can be a fan of whoever you want, baby girl. Tada says, we need to have a freestyle battle so we can have a deeper conversation. The art is dead. Well, once again, Drake is a pop artist. He's not a hip hop artist. He's a pop artist. So, you know, whenever Kendrick steps into the hip hop realm, Drake is gonna drown. With all due respect. Tiffany says, Drake needed to be put in his place, and if he acting out on bad behavior, we need a lyrical ass whooping. I do think that if there is any weirdo shit happens, it needs to be investigated, but by competent people, not by people looking for there to be a problem. Like once people say, I believe the thing, and then they investigating you, they're gonna throw everything away that proves your innocence. You understand? That's why you're always innocent until proven guilty. So anything that proves your innocence, they're gonna ignore that. They're only gonna pay attention and they're gonna skew whatever information they get to make it look like you're guilty of whatever the thing is you're being accused of. So yes, do an investigation, but have competent people do it. Dayan Davis says that's exactly what he's getting, a lyrical beatdown. Compton Kenny, sheesh. Drake talked about his family. Yeah, that's a fact. So he's getting what he deserved, fam. I don't know. Oh, shoot. I don't got a microwave no more, so I'm really upset that the coffee got cold. Yeah, called out his family, fam. Not just called out his family, but also said that his wife had a kid by another nigga. Fam. I mean, if that's not a reason to take the gloves off, I don't know what is. I think they should make it in America that that a mandatory DNA test taken of the child at birth. And if that's not possible, there should always be mandatory DNA tests taken before an individual has to have any type of, or before the courts force anything onto an individual regarding the child. I think that if we did that, there'll be less cheating out here. I think that, you know, on both sides, but definitely less cheating by women. You know, they saying that Maury, what is it? Like, what they said on Maury, like, it was like a dumb high number of the percentage of, you know, Not even on Maury, but like just in general. Like it's a dumb high percentage of men taking care of kids that aren't theirs. Like the percentage is high that they think the kid is theirs. Like it's a really high percentage. So no, I mean, there's ways to fix a lot of our social issues. It's just the Democrats are in the way. Tiffany says Kendrick was over there living a boring life, and this light-skinned brother started trouble. Yeah, boring is good, by the way. Government ain't doing that because they're already doing it in certain states. I think Tennessee is one. So you sure the government isn't gonna do that, or you just talking? If you're just talking, it's fine. But there's already a state that's already doing that in, or it's already been put up for vote, and they're trying to change legislation. So are you just talking? You thought you found somewhere where I could be criticized that I said something wrong? You thought you found somewhere? I'm waiting for him to respond back, or her. I don't know who's fucking behind the counter. I'm waiting for him to respond back. You gonna respond back, or you just bounce? It's like I'm gonna say these things. I'm out of here. Oh no, but you said the government wouldn't do it. Just so we can be clear, you said the government, state government, federal government, still government. So you just talk. All right, I'm not here for the argument, fam. So if you're gonna try to create an argument, I'm just gonna kick you. Copy? I already proved your comment to be wrong. That should be enough. Yes, I like boring. I just talk about my own preference. I like to have lively women around me. Don't get it confused. Shout out to Brandon Washington. Salute. I want to be dating a female that want to go out and do stuff. Because if you leave it up to me, I'll just be boring. You understand? So I want to go date a woman that want to go out in the world and do stuff, and I'm gonna go do stuff. But at the same time, I want her to not want to do stuff that's gonna get us caught up in unnecessary bullshit. That's what I mean by boring. So I want to go out to the movies. I want to go to the amusement parks. I want to go out dancing here and there. I want to go out and enjoy ourselves. But I want us to be able to go out and enjoy ourselves, not go out and get in the unnecessary bullshit. So that's what I mean by boring more than anything else. Also, he's living in New York apparently. He lives in Dumbo apparently. So so that part. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to go out and do stuff, but I want my woman to allow for me to be boring enough, or we can go out and do stuff, but we're not getting into unnecessary bullshit. Because y'all don't understand. I'll go out and if I get too happy, it's just gonna be too much stuff happening around us. It's gonna be exciting, but like niggas is jealous. There's a lot of jealousy out here in the world, fam. You understand what I'm saying? Like we don't live in the 1990s no more, where you could just go out and have a good time, and people just want to enjoy themselves. This ain't the early 2000s where you could go out and just have a good time and people want to enjoy yourselves. This is the 2020s, fam, where literally all niggas is thinking about is how they're gonna try to ruin another nigga's day. Like that's literally what most of these weirdos is thinking about. You understand what I'm saying? How they can do something to ruin the next nigga's day. They just working for Satan all day, every day. They don't have any other fucking objective. Shout out to Brandon Washington. Say, hey, Fraud, salute. Healthy fun, yes. Hey, Fraud, salute. BBN fan band. Sorry, busy morning for me. Salute. Happy to see you up in here, my brother. Yes, that energy. Healthy fun. I want to go laugh. But I don't want to. I want to be able to enjoy ourselves, but we go home at the end of the night still with a smile on our face. So I don't want to go places where too many weirdos are. There's going to be weirdos everywhere. But I don't want to go nowhere where there's too many weirdos. Next, you be calling Frost Party Mode Blueface 2.0. Wait, what? Like, yeah, nah, we're not doing that. Like, You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? I'm not on that type of time. But I do enjoy going out. I know it's a joke. I do enjoy going out, and I do enjoy doing stuff, but you know, fun, safe fun. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? Like adult fun, like adult fun. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? Adult fun. That's it. Adult fun. Not this weirdo ass shit. You understand what I'm saying? Niggas is weirdos, man. Niggas is weirdos. When you realize people are weirdos, you just people are weirdos. Man. Absolute weirdos. I will say this much. So for everybody that was saying that Kendrick can't drop something that people could dance to, that last jump off he dropped, I think there's people dancing to it. Y'all made fun of Kendrick about not having good beats. That last jump off he dropped, I think there's people dancing to that. That was a straight up West Coast beat. You know, niggas is crip walking all the way fucking from LA to damn Toronto with that shit. Niggas is crip walking all the way across the borders. Ross played it on a party boat. Fam. Just saying. He's doing to Drake what people wanted Nas to do to Jay-Z. And I think that that's another point that people don't understand and get. When Nas and Jay-Z was going at it, when Takeover and Eat the Drop, he's doing to Jay-Z, pardon me, to Nas, he's doing to Drake what people wanted Nas to do to Jay-Z. Yeah, but I remember when the shit dropped. You know, for everybody that don't remember, people was waiting for Nas to drop another fucking jump off going back at Jay-Z after Super Ugly. And they wanted him to be on that same ether shit. Niggas didn't necessarily want that beef to end. I don't know how it was in the rest of the world. I'm talking about here in New York. People wanted Nas to go at Jay-Z harder. Like, no Diddy. They wanted him to take Jay-Z out. And I'm not just saying people like us consuming the content. I'm talking about people in the industry. There's a lot of people in the industry that did not like Jay. They just started liking Jay after Jay blew up. They did not like Jay, fam. A lot of these old heads now that y'all see talking on the internet, they did not like Jay. They out there trying to go to his parties, though. They trying to drink his alcohol. They trying to eat at his damn brunches, but they did not like him. They did not like him. And just so we can be clear, I think Takeover was one of the best battle raps of all time. It just had to compete with Ether, and it couldn't. Nigga said the break's over, nigga. God MC, me, Jehovah. Yeah, little nigga, you ain't ready for war. ROC too strong for y'all. It's like bringing a gun to a fist fight. Some shit like that. Come on, man. Nas hit Jay so hard he had to come and make music with Nas. That's a win. Not allegedly, and I don't know whether this is true or not. But y'all remember Jazzo? So these are allegations. Allegedly, Jazzo said that when Jay-Z first heard Ether, he cried. I don't know if that's true or not. He might just be capping because them niggas was beefing. But he said when he heard Ether, the nigga cried. Fam. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. And then right after that, what happened with Nas? Nas got in trouble with the IRS. Right? Wink, wink. What happened like 2-3 years after he ethered that nigga? He got in trouble with the IRS. Wink, wink. Just so for the people that don't get it, what I believe your man Kendrick is basically saying is he's saying that Drake is bad for the culture. Not rap culture, black people culture. And I can't disagree with him. How you make fun of a nigga because he want to free the slaves? What the fuck are we supposed to do? Nigga say he rapping like he's still trying to free the slaves. Nigga, slaves still exist. Not just how people are enslaved in America, but literally still exist. How you making fun of a rapper for his blackness? Tiffany says Drake would never know what black Americans had to go through. He's Canadian and was raised with a white mother plus privilege. And that's Kendrick's point. How is this your king? How are you allowing for this nigga to talk crazy about me? He not us. Oh shit, isn't that the name of his last song? Anyway, he's not us. He's not one of us. How are you allowing this nigga to talk crazy about me? Somebody put the Cash App in the chat. We got 50 people in here. Let's see if we can get the likes up to 50. Let's see if we can get about 5 or 6 more likes. Hit that like button. Somebody put the Cash App in the chat. I think we've been having a really good show this morning. I wouldn't be surprised if a couple of people want to pull up and donate if they had the ability to. Somebody put the Cash App in the chat. Appreciate you to the few. We damn near 2 hours into the show, and I think this is the second time that I mentioned it. I'm supposed to be mentioning it like every 15 to 20 minutes. I just don't be doing it. Oh, shoot. Give me 1 second. The phone's about to the battery's about to die. I even had the bitch plugged in. Sweet. Excuse me. All right, I need a new plug again. We're gonna see what this shit do. There we go. That's figure out to hit the right way now. So that's why I'm looking at the people that's like Drake. I'm like, you don't even understand what your man Kendrick is saying. Your man Kendrick is saying basically that this nigga is a whole sellout. He don't understand our struggle, never been in it, don't got shit to do with it. This nigga is not one of us. This nigga made fun of Kendrick for not giving niggas on the block money to go put drugs in the community. I couldn't understand that shit. So I could see if you make fun of the nigga, if you saying you talking all that shit you talking, that ain't any activism you doing. Are you feeding any people or like the homeless? Do you got any community efforts going where you live or in the community you grew up in? Nah, I can get behind that. That makes sense. But to say that the nigga he got like there's something wrong because he's not giving street niggas money to put drugs and whatnot. Also, could I just add, Kenny already made fun of the dude or pointed out that one of the reasons why Toronto got so bad is because the nigga Drake is giving niggas money that's putting drugs and fucking guns in the community. For anybody that missed that. So this dude that did not grow up in the culture, that's not up question, get to a point where now he's helping to fuel the murder rate and the drugs in the community that he didn't even grow up in. He's just using. So pay attention to what your man Kendrick is actually saying. That's why when I see people like applauding, I'm like, nah, I hope you know what you applauding. Like, fuck it. You like the music? I can get behind that. But to say that a nigga's dick riding this nigga, nah. People like Kendrick don't dick ride here. Niggas that got levels of integrity like that, they don't dick ride here. You got to be born a dick rider. You got to be taught to be a dick rider from a young age. You know what I'm saying? You could look at these kids out here and tell who gonna grow up and be a dick rider fan. You got to be taught that shit. Kendrick don't look like he just go with what the next nigga is doing. He look like he on his own flow. Niggas that's on their own flow, they don't be dick riders, man. Niggas that's on their own flow, on their own energy, they don't be dick riders. Kendrick look like he on his own flow, he on his own energy, he doing his own thing. The niggas that be dick riders is the niggas that they want everybody to like them. Shout out to AP, salute. Jim Jones fight. Yes, we could talk about the Jim Jones fight. Let's take a small break from this and let's talk about that Jim Jones shit. Yeah, nah. Anybody seen Jim Jones flip that dude on the escalator? Fortunately, he was in a Fortunately, Jim Jones was in a stand your ground state. So I don't think he's gonna have a big problem, a big issue. Those other two dudes look like they was being the aggressor. At least after he flipped the guy, they looked like they was being the aggressor. I didn't see any footage before the dude got flipped, so I wouldn't have the slightest idea. But he flipped the dude on his head, it looked like. It looked like dude was out of it for a moment too, by the way. And then he started getting on the other guy, and the guy got up and started throwing them weak-ass punches. I hope Jim is doing well. I don't know why he was arguing with them two dudes. There's no telling. I doubt he was arguing with them because they knew he was Jim Jones. But, there's no telling. But once again, like, even when I go out, I'm a regular guy like y'all guys are. And I constantly come in contact with people that are just, you know, trying me. And you just got to walk away from the situation. You don't want the devil to win. He flipped dude down the damn escalator, man. Yeah, I don't be wanting the devil to win, man. You understand what I'm saying? That gym work paid off. That's a fact. Not only that, but look at his his lower body when he flips the dude. So he knows how to like do the thing. He didn't just that wasn't just all upper body strength. You understand what I'm saying? Look at his lower body. Look at where he positions his legs at and everything. He knew what he was doing. That was a pretty solid hip toss. With all due respect, it was a pretty solid hip toss. He knew what he was doing. So when I get a chance to look at it again, look at his lower body. Like that was a pretty solid hip toss. He didn't just muscle him down the stairs and shit. It was a pretty solid hip toss. Bowling. He should have did that shit when the police pulled up and shit. When the police pulled up and settled everything down, he should have said bowling. Shout out to AP. Now, that was a pretty solid hip toss. Satan was trying to win that day. I don't know what to tell you. Sometimes Satan's just trying to win, fam. Gotta be mindful. All day, every day, you got people that accidentally help Satan. You understand what I'm saying? And then you got people that they out there with the intention of helping Satan. You know what I'm saying? So, gotta be mindful. That's why I just try to avoid situations. I'm not at a point in my life right now where I want to take on unnecessary bullshit. I got enough stuff going on. Tekashi put Jim Jones security away. I think Jim Jones was okay. Okay, he was fine. He's fine. Yep, the devil will always try to draw you out of position. Fam, I got this short-haired black lady. She don't even know who she is, but she comes to my community wherever she sees me at, and she just tries to get everybody she comes in contact with to just hate me. Like, it's absolutely bananas. It's bananas on the level of I can't even explain. It's just bananas. And the wild part about that is the first couple of times I saw her, she actually tried to scoop me. Just so we can be clear. So she probably was trying to line me up then. Not for nothing. But since I'm not a thirsty nigga and, I just, I wasn't receptive. And she's not my type. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, she's not my type. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Everybody want big, super thick chicks. You know what I'm saying? But, I like a nice, I dated a lot of thick chicks in my life. Don't get it confused. I dated a couple. But, I like nice, petite, you know what I'm saying? Like regular. Like, especially if I think still childbearing age. You know what I'm saying? With all due respect. I'm not shooting at nobody, but no matter what I say, somebody's going to catch offense. So there's nothing you can do about that. But, like, she's just not my type. And I don't think she's that pretty on top of that. So, yeah, so that's wild. The first time I saw him, see if I got a picture. I got a picture, but I don't know if it's in this one. So the first time I saw I'm not showing y'all a picture. I just want to make sure I got a picture. Yeah, I be just taking pictures of people that be harassing me. I ain't gonna lie to you. You don't never know why you need the picture. That's not her, by the way. That's somebody else. Definitely looking young, fam. Definitely be looking young, fam. They just mad, fam. They just mad, fam. Got it. I be taking pictures of people stalking me, fam. You don't never know why you need it. The fam, it's just she tried to scoop me like more than one time. You understand? More than one time. Tried to scoop me, fam. More than one time. More than one time. I just wasn't receptive. You understand what I'm saying? She's not my type. There's nothing wrong with having some super thick chicks and all this other stuff. There's nothing wrong with that, but I'm not trying to say nothing to be negative, and I'm not trying to shoot her or nothing like that, but she's just not my type, man. Like, not at all. Don't got shit to do with her complexion. I just also I like the aura, the energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was something off with the energy. I didn't know what it was at the time. I'm big on energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really big on energy. That's not if somebody's being nice to you or not. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but you can feel somebody's energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm big on energy. I just didn't like her energy. I'm not trying to smash everything. Like, I really want to talk to you first. Right? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of fucked up nowadays that you got to get a person's information before they'll even sit down and, like, have a conversation with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to have a conversation. I want to know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. Yeah, some widow chick. So she just comes and she just hangs out in my neighborhood every couple of days. Wherever she see me go, she'll just hang out wherever that at, like for like 4, 5, 6 days straight, and just tell every single. Like, I don't even know what lie she's telling the people. Apparently, I mean, I don't have the slightest idea, but she just tells like just lies. Like, you understand what I'm saying? She'll just stand there for hours, 5, 6 hours, 7 hours, just like, it's crazy. I don't know what to tell you. Satan is always working for him. Anything else y'all want to talk about? Is we going 2 hours into the show. I'm ready. I started late, so it's probably almost like, oh shit, it's going on 2 o'clock. I started late. Sorry I started the show so late. Anything else y'all want to talk about? We stayed inside today because it's cold outside and it looked like it's gonna rain. So that's why it looked like, I think it did rain. Yeah, there's water on the window. So it did rain, so that's why we inside today. Also, The Fall Guy. The movie is good. It's funny and it's good. And for anybody that used to watch The Fall Guy from the freaking 1980s or whenever that damn show came out, you're gonna enjoy it. All right. I hope they do a part 2. I hope this movie makes enough money that they do a part 2. I don't think it is though, because I don't think people know how good it is. I think it is gonna be a cult classic though. So go check it out. Go check out The Fall Guy. Anything else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Other than that, I'm gonna give y'all a couple of moments, and then I'm gonna go work on getting me some. I'm gonna go warm me up something to eat. I might run out to the store and buy. I don't know. We're gonna see what we're gonna do. But I'm hungry. It's time to eat. The Fall Guy series from the 80s with Lee Majors was great. Then you're gonna like the movie. Go see the movie. I promise you, you're gonna like the movie. It's gonna be worth your money. I got the AMC shit where I get like 3 free tickets a week. So I might be going back to watch that shit today. Not for nothing. I might go watch that shit again today. You know what I'm saying? For the week start. Because when I'm doing the weekday, I don't really like going nowhere. You know, I try to get our content together. But today's Sunday, I might go watch it. If when I'm walking to the store, I see Shorty, I'm going to ask her if she want to come with me. Not that black chick, fam. or anybody I ever see talking to her. Just so we can be clear. Shorty tried to scoop me, fam. I'm telling you. Shorty tried to scoop me. Came up to me, tried to scoop me, tried to talk to me. Nice, was smiling, all that shit. I just nodded, was polite, and kept it pushing. Imagine what she would have did to me if I would have been on any other type of energy. Like if I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Like if I was a thirsty ass nigga. Like if I was one of them niggas that's like, oh, I'm so lonely, I'm just gonna talk to the first female that pays me. Imagine if I was one of them niggas. She might have poisoned me, killed me, there's no telling. There's no telling. There's no telling what she would have did to me. No telling. Evil like that, there's no telling. Her energy was just off, and it just didn't. I don't know how to explain it, but it's not like smell, but like she didn't stink, but she stunk. Like, for lack of a better way I don't know how to explain it, but she didn't like. It wasn't a smell that like my. Like it wasn't a smell like my nose pick up, but it was like something else. You know what I'm saying? It was like, but it stunk. You know what I'm saying? So I just like, like a spirit. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how y'all don't be picking up on that shit. I'm probably not good at picking it up on it like on men. You know what I'm saying? Like when men got fucked up spirits, I'm not really good at. I'm like that's a little bit more, but when like when a female got a fucked up spirit, I could like feel that shit from a distance. Like I don't know how to explain from a distance. You understand what I'm saying? Just saying. I thought that's why she was mad at me at first, to be honest with you. Anyway, all right, so I guess we're done. Nobody else has any comments. There's nothing else anybody want to talk about. I'm gonna let y'all go. Everybody, just have a blessed day. Go out there, do something worth doing. Just go out there, do something worth doing, man, and then stamp God's name on it. I would read a verse from the Bible, but the Bible's on this phone, so I can't. Just go out there and do something worth doing. You know? Magnify the Most High's name as best as you can, and then let people know that you come in the name of God. You know. A lot of times people are scared to speak up the Most High's name because there are a lot of people out here that work for Satan. And the minute you speak up for God, they're gonna attack you. They're coming for you. To the day I die, I'm gonna have these people after me. I already know it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. They're just gonna have to be after me to the day that I die. But to the day that I die, I'm gonna have that black girl with the short hair and whoever the people is that work with her, or they're gonna be chasing me down to the day I die. Because they have to do Satan's will. They don't have a choice. They don't have a choice. So unless someone crosses their power that's trying to do more with God's word than I am, there's no way in the world that Satan is going to call them off of me. The only thing that we got to do is just stay vigilant. And at one point or another, it's going to run its course. At one point or another, God is going to step in and God is going to do what God needs to do, you know? Whether it's change their heart, whether it is just remove them off of the board, whatever it might be. However they get removed off the board, by the way, you know? Through their own, they're gonna get hoisted by their own petard. I don't know no other way to say it. So we're gonna keep doing the Lord's work. Even when we're talking about this battle rap, we're still talking about God. No matter what we're discussing, we're always also talking about how God works inside of that paradigm, inside of that, structure. We're always talking about God in one way or another. So I would be foolish to think that Satan would stop attacking me. The day Satan stops attacking me is the day that Satan thinks that I'm on their side. So go out there and do God's work. And understand Satan is going to come for you. But it don't matter. Because if Satan isn't coming for you, then how can you say you're doing God's work? Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification game. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And this is all I got on this one.